later. And
So those are the two different ads I created right there on the left.
okay.
I haven't created all of the ads that I made because usually you want like 3 kind of in each one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Continuing education one really quick, it look like one that will probably I guess do the best. It looked like it gets the most clicks just in general. But so I needed to go through the schedule again. I couldn't remember how you did the scheduling for how like you wanted to pause the ad, those exact things.
Yeah. So we'll just pause it real quick for right now. And
I guess just kind of look through, make sure the ads look semi all right, and just maybe give some advice on maybe what I should do to it, or a few different things that maybe I should add to this in general, or
Yeah, cool. So one of the first things I'll do typically is just I kind of like to start at the bottom and work my way up because typically it's going to get a little bit more complex as you work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
So generally speaking, I advise turning off tablets unless we really want to advertise to those people, just because more often than not, sites break on tablets. Even more so now that we know that they're not showing some WebP images on tablets, but just there's so many weird sizings and they're not as consistent, and people can rotate them left way, right way, widescreen.
Yeah.
So I am not a fan of just spending money on tablets.
Okay. Get it out of here.
As far as
that random time code, like I guess I'm not really sure what that amount.
Yeah, so time period, I usually will run it anytime that we're trying to get phone calls, leads. Then I'll run it whenever someone's available to answer the phone. In their case, where it's more of a we just want people to watch the video, usually I'll just ask them like, when are you kind of available still if someone watches the video and wants to chat with you or anything like that. Ideally, that's still when you want to have stuff on, unless their goal is just to have someone email us or fill out a form or something like that, and they don't really need as much of the live contact or need a live person to call them or anything like that. I don't 100% know exactly what happens after they watch the video or get that part, but so I just set this somewhat close to whatever the hours that they're available to help people are, unless we are of that opinion that they can kind of self-help or figure it out.
So like 7 to 6 or 7 to 5.
Yeah. Yep. Then what I typically will do is take it and give yourself multiple blocks so that you can do like ad adjustment or budget adjustments throughout the day or throughout the week.
That's right.
So if we were going to do, say, 8 to 6, rather than doing just 8 to 6, I'd break it up and maybe do like 8 to 12.
Okay.
12 to, say, like 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 to 6. That way we kind of have morning, afternoon, late afternoon / evening. If we start earlier, if we really want, we can break the morning into like 8 to 10, 10 to 12. For them, I don't see it being as important, but especially if it's like a plumber or a contractor or something where people will call in the morning before they go to work, or will call after when they get home, but won't necessarily call as much midday, it can make a bigger difference there, because you just want to usually have a slight bid adjustment so that in the mornings things go up a little bit. For now, I don't think we need to set any bid adjustments just because we're not really sure, but at least now we've given ourselves all the slots to go in and do it really easy.
Okay.
We're also able to gather the data this way. You can still gather and see it by going like to the day and hour sections, but those are just a little less convenient in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And for this one, Bronson's any specific, they're not targeting any like specific, because they're like a nationwide healthcare type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that we need to do with the U.S.
Yeah, that seems like that makes sense. I would maybe just start on